And happy Wednesday to us. Let's start with 2 round pliés and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7 and the 8, forward and 2 and the 3 and the 4, into your first and the 7 and the 8, demi and stretch, grand and the 6 and the 7 and the 8, forward and 2 and the 3 and the 4, back and the 6, back to your second 2 grand pliés, to the bar and away the second time. In fifth, 2 demi pliés, 1 grand plié, 8 circular port de bras. Find your balance in fifth. And there we are already. And here we go. In our second grand plié one. Keep your shoulders right over your hips. Squeeze your legs together, shoulders down, elbows up, little fingers up, chin up too, and relax when you're ready. Alright, here we go. To the other side, please, and flex and a half and a full and a heel and a toes and plie and a stretch and a close. Flex and a half and a full and a heel. Lift your toes, plie, stretch, close. Flex and a half and a full and a heel. Toes up, toes down with your plie, stretch and a close. One inside front, one outside side, one inside back, stretch your knees. Flex and a half and a full and a heel, toes up, toes down with plie, push off and close. The same to the side and to the front. One inside back, one outside side, one inside front. Roll through in your first position this time. Let's have our arms up in third for that one. And here we go. Right, let's do this one. 6. With your arm and heel and toes, plie, stretch and close. 1. Don't forget to lift your toes quick. And 1. Heel down, toes up. Now plie, stretch, close. Here we go, and inside front. To the other side and let's go 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4, a very slow tendu inside. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4, 2 tendus to the side. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4, 3 tendus to the back. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7 and the 8. Let's reverse this. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, a very slow tombe to the back. Plié. Change your port de bras each time. 2 tendus to the side. 2 plié and 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. 5 and the 6 and the 7 plié. 8 and the 8 and the 7 and the 6 and the 5. 4 and the 3 and the 2 and the 1. Let's roll through in second position. And there we are. So just keep alternating your port de bras. Really push into the floor. Feel absolutely every single hinge in your foot for that very first slow tendu. And here we go. 4, 1. Push into the floor. Feel your fourth on your way in and out. Plie 1 and 2. Side. And remember, there's nothing wrong looking at your fingertips, especially in these port de bras right now. There we go. 3. Plie. 8. Last one stays open for a roll through in second position. Feel your legs and arms moving away from your center and relax. Okay, here we go to the other side, please. And why make it complicated when it can be simple? 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7 and the 8 and the stay and the 2. Really feel that fifth. 1 and the 2, feel your fifth. 1 and the 2 and the 3. 1 and the 2 and the 3, plie soutenu, 1, feel your 5th and the 3 and the 4, 2 to the back, 3 to the side, 4 encore. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. And here we go. And the 5th, stay, 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 and the 2 to the back, and stay, 3 to the side, encore, and stay, super quick, there we go, and the 3, plie à la séquence soutenue, 1, that's it, good, and the 1, really feel that active squeeze in your 5th, and the 1, so much fun with it. Let's go to the other side with dégagés, the same thing once again. Dégagé to 5th. How quickly can you find your 5th? 1, 2. That's it. And the 3. 5th, 5th, 5th. And the 2. We take it from the speed of your toes, pushing down. Let's not forget the other side. And 2. And the 3. And 4. One and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the inside and inside. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the inside and the inside. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the inside and the inside. Plie to passer and flat. Close your 5th. 1 and the 2 and the 3. Close your 5th inside. 2 to 5th. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 inside. To 5th. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 inside. So 3 times pretty much the same thing. Up to your relevé. Close 5th, soutenu. Other side. You feel that really strong 5th again when you take your inside dégagés. Here we go. And a 1. Inside 1. 2. 1. Passing flat. Close your 5th now. 1. Close to the other side and 1. hesitate to let go of your body. And relax. All right. Yes, Gregg, I'm seeing you. Parallel stretch in the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7. You just can turn it out to 4th. Balance for 2 and the 3 and the 4. Plié to a quick passé, 2 temps liés. Rond de jambes 2 and the 3 and the 4. 5 and the 6 and the 7 and the 8. One more plié to a little slower. Passé balance for your 2 temps liés. Turn it in and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7, turn it out, back in the front and the back in the front, plié to passé, tie it right together with your temps liés. Ronds and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7 and 8, a little bit more time the second time. Forward and back, then some more stretching. Here we go. And reach up first. Turn it and up front. And back for your first. Up front. And back. Scoop it, plié, passé. Test your balance for a second. Into your temps lié. And release. Plié. Coupé, passé. This time a little bit more time to keep rotating in your legs, keep rotating in your shoulders. Always feel a pristine first position in between and up here. Here we go. To the other side, please. Gregg, it is nice to indulge in that passé right before your temps lié, but let's make sure there's either a real attitude back or a somewhat quicker fourth position plie into it, so you're not getting stuck in this halfway position. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah. So either make it a real attitude, that is an option, or find that fourth position a little longer, hold on a little longer to your passe, so we don't have that in between lingering. Even so, the lingering is nice. It just doesn't want to look like something unrefined. Here we go. Make it all one thing, one up. That's good. And here it comes once again. There we go, exactly. And don't forget, careful with your elbow, Jane, when you let go. Be very much aware where it is coming from and where it is going to. Okay. One plie, diagonal plie, à la seconde, two plie all the way around, and the one plie, diagonal, à la seconde, all the way around, one plie, grand rond jeté, one plie, all the way, plie, relevé, feel yourself, close your fifth. One plie, attitude, diagonal, attitude, side, attitude, back, all the way around, one and the two, diagonal, side, all the way around, one end plié, grand rond jeté, one end plié, all the way, plié, relevé, just stay right there. We'll take the left afterward. Explore how little can you move your knee with that whole first part. Here we go. And the brush plie, diagonal, à la seconde, all the way around. One. One plie, grand rond jeté. to the other side, please, once we are ready. And even more knee isolation. Let's not forget those arms, however. Fondue to the front and fondue to the back and fondue to the side and fondue to the front. Port forward and 2 and the 3 and the 4. One more tiny balance and close. Fondue back and the 2 and the front and the 2. Side and the 2 and the back and the 2. Back and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. One more tiny balance. Close fifth soutenu. That is all it is. Forward, back. Side, inside, front, port bras forward, tiny balance, close, reverse and left. And there we are. Let's make sure these fondues don't turn in too slow ballonets, so feel that coordination in both legs with your double attitude. Okay. And here we go, nice and smooth. In between, feel your shoulders right over your hips, and 7. Melt into your port bras and 1. Careful, shoulders stay down. Small, tiny balance. Treat it like a tombe, even so it is not. That's it. 5 and the 6, we want to start open this time. And the 1, and the 2, and the 3, and the 4, 5, hold on. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 5 and the 6 and the 7 and 8, 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, plie, flick, flack, open and close, double side. Don't close, double side, close, cheval, 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 plie, flick, flack, en dedans, open side, to soutenu. 1 and the 2, 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6, 7 and 8, close fifth cheval front and the side and the back and the side. Treat this almost like a pas de cheval, flick, flack, en dehors. Just lift it up to 45 degrees so you can start 1 and the 2, 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6, 7 and 8 and 5th and the 5th and the 5th and the 5th, plié, flick, flack, plié, soutenu. Four doubles to the side, 4 chevals en croix, 1 flick, flack en dehors. Really feel it super strong à la seconde throughout these double frappés. Open à la seconde, and 2. That's it. Doing it one more time. Hold on. Yes, it is quick. Yes.
The last cheval just stays open? Or, I mean, that's the preparation for the...
Yes, the last cheval à la seconde goes right into your plié, right for your flick flag to open again. That's right. Right, correct. So tie that cheval together with your flick flag. Try to achieve always the same second position in your legs. With your double frappés, with your flick flag beginning, with your flick flag ending. Here we go. One more time. And precisely in and out, around and open. 1, that's it. 2 and 3 and 4. And in, everything is a circle. And 1, 2, that's it. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Good. Right. And finish. Okay. All right. Let's go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Let's have the same arms throughout. 1 cheval, 1 relevant, 1 développé, same port de bras. 1 cheval, 1 relevant, 1 développé à la seconde. To the bar. Away. Let's have 5th soutenu with your arms up and go to the left. So cheval and the 5th relevé long and the 4th through your 5th développé to the front. Did it to the back and to the side. Always the same arm circles. No deviation, no arabesques today. Just that. Front, back, side, port de bras to the bar. Port de bras away from the bar. 5th susu with both arms up and 3rd. Soutenu to the other side. See if you can squeeze yourself around just by changing your 5th. First port de bras is fairly fast, second port de bras is a little slower, third one is even slower. Here we go. And fingertips and toes. 1 to 5th. Relevez long. Through 5th. Same thing to the back, same port de bras. Remember, pas de cheval finishes in 5th, not in the développé. Make sure it comes to 5th. There we go. Left. Into your port de bras, to the bar, and away, and 1. That's it. Let's not forget that port de bras. Melt. Tight 5th. Back foot. And finish. Okay. That was kind of a non-adagio, but why not? All right. We know this one, 1 and the 2, 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 soutenu. 1 and the 2, 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 soutenu. Let's have our arms up. Where was I? Inside back and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 soutenu. Front and the back and the front and the back and the stretch and the close soutenu. 1 and the 2, 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 half soutenu. Let's keep our arms in third. 1 and the 2, that did it. 1 and the 2, 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 full soutenu. Are you back, Greg?
Yes.
Perfect. Back and the 2, 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6, 1.5. Cloches and 2 and the 3 and the 4 stretch front, plié soutenu. It's unusual to see you in this position down there. Okay.
I didn't quite get it because you were frozen most of the time.
Are you sure it wasn't you that was frozen?
It might have been. But you go 3 to the front and then soutenu it, right?
Yes, then 3 to the side and the full soutenu. Yep, now 3 inside back. And 1.5 soutenus. Yep, cloches front and the back and the front and the back stretch on 5. So you have time for one more civilized soutenu to the other side. 3 front soutenu half, 3 side soutenu full, 3 inside back soutenu 1.5. 5 cloches.
And the first one to second doesn't change.
No, it does.
It does?
Mm-hmm. Close back, close front, close back, away from the bar. Now inside back. Mm-hmm. 1.5. There we go. Now cloches front, back, stretch on 5. So once again we have to count. Here we go. Let your knees follow your toes. 1. And 1. Side, close behind, close in front, close behind, soutenu away from the bar. 1. Inside back. Well, that was an interesting third there for your Cernus, Greg.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Jane, I don't know how you managed after your 3 rembattements to the front to go Cernus away from the bar,
Yeah, I have.
but
no
somehow
idea.
you did. Your future self will know all the answers.
Yeah.
All right, let's have a nice stretch before we come to the center. This goes a little bit back to what we did on the bar. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 5 and the 6 and the 7 and the 8 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. Keep squeezing, and 6 last moment, 7 and the 8. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. 5 and the 6 and the 7 and the 8. Squeeze and the squeeze and the squeeze some more. 5 and the 6 and the 7 and the 8 and the 1. 2 and the squeeze. Keep squeezing, last moment, plie, coupe and close. 1 and the 2 and the 3. Stay, 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 plie, coupe and close, and the side and the 2 and the 3. And the side and the 2 and the 3. Keep squeezing, and 2 and the 3 and the 4. Super quick short plie. Coupe turn, close in fifth.
Did the coupes change?
Hold on. Yes, they do.
Okay.
No, they don't. The tendus change. The coupes don't.
Okay.
We're going front back side. That's why not. It's only your last coupe turn that changes fifths, so you can get to the other side. Are we good to give this a mark?
Yeah.
Okay. Stay, stay, plie, coupe, close, back, 2, 3, stay, plie, coupe, close, and 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, 3, keep staying, keep squeezing, wait as long as you possibly can for that last coupe turn, that's right. And needless to say, if you're just feeling like you're staying in that fifth, obviously it's not the fifth. So really make that fifth a movement throughout. Here we go. Squeeze, squeeze, quickly. That's it. Keep your first position symmetrical. No elbows, just fingertips when you close your arms. One. And there isn't really preparation for anything. Careful there. One. To land in fifth position back. So really get these toes to coupe back to fifth back, right. Yeah, it needs to pass somewhat through coupe back, otherwise it's always going to be in the wrong place. Let's do this one more time with dégagés. What did you say? Let's do our last turn in passé this time. So we're just upping the ante slightly. All the other balances want to stay in coupe. Yeah, it's just the last one that wants to be in passé. Here we go. And same activity in your toes and your fifths and fifth. Dégagés. down, 1, that's it, 2, 3. Careful, no turtling. And relax. Yeah, Jane, careful, there's a slight bit of turtling going on. Turtling. You know what I mean when the turtle goes like this? Right. So really make sure you lift your chin into it. Okay. Good. That's right, Craig. But make sure when you close your fifth, your heels still need to say hello to each other. On their way in. Right. Otherwise it starts slightly swinging.
Yeah.
And that is not what we want. So it needs to be completely linear. Let's take this one step further. We are going, why not from plie? And the 1, and the 2, and the 3, and the 4, open, développé to the front. Plie 1, and the 2, and the 3, and the 4, open, arabesque, développé. And the 1, and the 2, and the 3, and the 4, open, écarté, front. Plie, passé, temps lié, and the 4th, up, and plie. Quick fix. Up and let's be plié. Up and plié 4th. Fouilleté. Hadebouré. There we go. There's always a way of getting somehow to the other side. Plié, passé, and freeze. Well, don't freeze. Treat that passé exactly like we just treated our 5th position. Open, développé, and close. Plié, passé, and the 2, and the 3, and the 4, développé. Plié, passé, and the 2, and the 3, and the 4, écarté. Short plié, temps lié, to plié, other 2, plié 4th. Fouilleté, tiny paddleboard. Are we good to give this a mark?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Okay. Are we good to give this a go? Here we are. And crisp short pliés, stabilize. Now keep enforcing the turn out while you open your leg. And 1, 2. Make sure your arms are symmetrical. standing leg. And push down in your standing leg. Otherwise you're knocking yourself over. Rib cage, and head, and over. Yeah, Jane, when you lose contact with your standing leg is when you're just opening one leg and the other one is passive. Yeah, try to always feel both legs, especially the standing leg pushing into the floor, especially in your écarté. And it does help to look into that upper hand in that écarté front to engage your rib cage. There we go. We might just see that one tomorrow again. Okay, this is where we got so rudely interrupted by Xfinity yesterday. So let's pick it up from right here. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, écarté front to failli, pas de bruit. Arabesque tombé back. Balancez forward and side, forward and back and the side to chassé forward, plié en dehors, 2/4. And effacé tombé, pas de bruit. Écarté front, let's have this on 2 failli, pas de bruit. Effacé arabesque, tombé back. Balancez forward, balancez back, balancez side, chassé forward, plié pirouettes. And if you could treat your plié pirouettes like we just treated our fifths and our plié passé in the adagio, that would be very nice. Are we good to mark this? Okay, let's give this a mark. What do you say? And. Let me find a different tune. That's good. How long can you stay? How late do you dare to Padbury? Balance. Plié. Yeah, so let's keep playing with the same thing. How soon can you get to that position? How long can you hold on to it? How late can you tombe padaburi or failli padaburi? Ditto with your pirouettes after your balances. How long can you hold on to your preparation before that super quick plie into your pirouettes? Okay. And here we go. always get stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, just failli couper pas de bruit over. Jane, how about that equity head we just talked about? Yes, please. There's no reason to stay glued to the front. Okay, here we go.
Watch it, Greg.
I know you do. And in this case, it means for you to look slightly down, which is not good. So lift
To
you.
lift my
I know, I
bottom.
know. Maybe you need to log out so you get back to the bottom so you can look up. Okay. Here we go. Quicker pliés, longer releves. And 1, 2, pas de bruit over, arabesque, effacé, tombe, balances. And there's still plenty of time. Yep. Okay. We'll go again, no worries. Quick, how about a nice head there too? Effacé, écarté, arabesque as in your effacé. Right. Life is so much nicer when we lift our chin. Okay, here we go. Let's have this one more time. Keep syncopating these pliés. Keep pushing down in your releves. And here we go. That would be the other écarté. Pirouettes go to the left this time. All right, away. Yeah, careful, Jane, not to get leg confused. That écarté back was pushing from 5th position back. Your écarté front. There we go. Now that leg goes. Exactly. Just in case you feel like practicing in your driveway tonight. One and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 5 and the 6, 1.5 in coupé. Changement and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. And the first and the first and the first and the 5th. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. 5 and the 6, 1.5. Changement 2 and the 3 and the 4. First and the first and the first close to the same 5th. I'm saving my échappés for the next combination. So same deal, 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, last moment, plié. Half and a 1 or half even and a 2 wouldn't be bad, close 5th. Keep rotating toward the same shoulder in your changements to come back to the front for 4. 4/30 in first. Last one closes in 5th. The other leg to the front, so you can start it on the other side. Are we good to give this a mark?
Yeah.
Okay. Go again if you like. Go.
front.
Yes, correct.
Are these coupe or passe?
Coupe. Since it is slightly under fast. Are you good, Jane? Okay. And here we go. And down. Go, go, go. And this way we can do it one more time. 2 heels forward, 1. Interesting spotting there. Excellent. Well, that was 1 out of 3, Jane. I guess we should have this one more time. Your releve and your spot need to happen at the same time. So the changing of directions needs to happen with the initiation of your pirouettes. Otherwise, there is no way of, well, there is a way of doing it, but it's much more complicated. Make sure when your heel comes down and forward, your back heel also presses forward before you take your pirouette. Is that making sense? Really make sure 2 heels press forward into that plie before your back foot pushes right into that coupe for your on-the-down turn. Are we good to give this another go?
Yeah.
Okay. Remember, less effort is more when it comes to your arms and shoulders, elbows and knees. Okay. Here we go. Now just let's stay in our rhythm. Careful, arms consistent. That was not consistent in your arms. Okay. Yeah, careful, Jane's arms were here. And when they're there, it works actually much better rather than, well, that is another form of turtling.
Yeah.
Turtling, one also could call it T-Rexing. All right. Fourth and fifth, glissade, and second and fifth, glissade, assemblée, assemblée, échappée. Fake out paddleboard. Ready for the other side. Fourth and the fifth, glissade, second and the fifth, glissade, go glissade, assemblée, glissade, assemblée. Fake out, échappée. There we go. So your glissades come from your back foot this time. After your échappées.
But the assemblée was from the front.
The first assembly, I believe, comes from behind. Because all of your glissades change. Now change again. Now change again. There we go. Échappé fake out. So go away from the leg that just opened, so you get the outer foot in front.
Well, that finishes in effacé then, doesn't it?
No, it shouldn't. At least not in my head. But that doesn't mean much. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, I went the wrong way. That's right.
Yep, each glissade goes toward the back foot. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We keep going toward the back foot. Now obviously toward the front foot. Once again toward the back foot. One échappé fake out. Your left is in the front. You can start the combination on the left. Right. Or should I say correct? Yeah, careful, Craig. There. Again, back foot. Back foot. No, that is your front foot. Hold on, you're cheating. Your back foot goes and the glissade changes. You're always starting from your back foot until your very last set.
So that third set it changes glissade
Assemblée, and then you're going échappé, fake out, pas de bourrée. Yep. And that should get you the other foot in front, if you did it right. How are we doing up in Portland?
So it always starts with the back foot.
Yeah, excepting for that third assembly set where your glissade comes from the front when we go glissade assembly consecutively. That is correct. All the other ones start from the back foot. No, Jane, it's a fake out. There. And if you finish up on the other side, you did it correctly. Or you cheated well. It's either one or the other. Glissade, second, fifth. Careful, second, close behind. Échappé always changes. Same foot goes again for your glissade. That is the one you really have to think about. And another glissade. Finish the phrase. Glissade change, glissade change. Keep glissade changing from your back foot. Assemblée goes back. That's the only one that comes from the front, correct. No, there's one more glissade assemblée, quick. There are 3 of them. From the back to the front, from the front to the back, from the back to the front, then échappé fake out. Is that making sense? Keep going toward your back foot, Jane. Go to your front foot. Go to your back foot once again. None of that échappé is too soon. Don't eat your third glissade assemblée. There are 3, not just 2. Is that making sense?
There's 3 in the last set?
Yes, there are 3.
Okay. So,
You go glissade assemblée, glissade assemblée, glissade assemblée, échappé, pas de bourrée. That is your last set. Should we give this a mark and see what happens? What does Greg say?
Okay.
Okay. One, two, three. it make things better or worse? Again, glissade assembly. Nope, you need to change it. Hold on, Greg, you're not changing your second glissade from the front. That's where you're going wrong. Each glissade changes. There is not a single one that doesn't.
Okay.
Are we good to give this a try?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Craig, you need to start toward your back foot with your glissade after your échappé in fourth. You'd like to go toward the other one. And that is already getting us off to a bad start. So your first glissade goes to the left, not to the right. Hold on, do I say that right? No, your first glissade goes to the right, not to the left. There we go. If you're starting with your right foot in front, your first glissade goes to the left if it comes from behind, because your échappé fourth does not change fifths. I'm going to go through that one more time. There you go. Now échappé second. There. Now to the right, glissade from the back. Change. To the left, glissade change. Yep. To the right, glissade change. No, glissade change. You didn't change your glissade. Think it's a jazz square. So your last glissade changes again and your assembly again comes wherever it comes from.
So the last one is front to back?
Yes, possibly. And then échappé, fake out pas de bruit. And if your left foot is in front, we could go to the other side. So make sure all glissades change and you always start from your back foot. Excepting for one lonely one, which is number 2 in our assembly glissade sequence. Are we good to give this another? Well, let's start it on the left. What do you say? Or should we start on the right? I leave it up to you. Craig, would you like to start from the right?
Sure, why not?
Okay. Jane, would you like to start from the right? Okay. Here we go. Let's see how far we get. And out. There are 2 glissades in a row. I think that is what it's throwing us off. You have your fourth, no problem. You have your second, no problem. However, you need to keep on glissading to the right. You glissaded right, you glissaded left. You have to keep on going to the right for your first assembly, to the left for your next assembly, to the right for your third assembly, B for your échappé fake out. Is that making sense? And we get stuck after our second glissade. Think of it as 4 glissades in a row, rather than just 2. And that might actually help. This is a fun one. Hoo-hoo. Correct, the third glissade needs to change as well. Do you like to keep it where it is? After your second assemblée, the glissade changes again for your third assemblée. That again changes. Otherwise, you'll have the wrong foot in front for the échappée.
Which is the assemblée that goes front to back?
The second one. We did échappée, close fifth, glissade, glissade. Glissade change front to back. Oh, it's the first one. Glissade change back to front, glissade change front to back, échappée, pas de bruit. One more time, so you have your échappée, close fifth. Glissade, glissade. Glissade, assemblée, glissade, assemblée, glissade, assemblée, échappée, pas de bruit. There's finally our Chinese puzzle box that we didn't get anywhere throughout this class today. Should we make an attempt on the left?
Okay.
Here we go. And almost, Greg, excepting for that one glissade not changing. And I suspect it is because you're starting to take it from your knees rather than from your toes, which makes it then very difficult to control what is going on down there. Also, make sure you push down in your bottom foot. Would you like to have one redemption set on the left without any strings attached, so to speak, so no expectations? And then we'll let it bottle and ferment until we see each other again tomorrow.
Just tell me once more, which one is the assemblée front to back?
The first one.
The
And
first
the
one.
third.
And the third one, that is quite correct. The first and the third. So your first assembly needs to come from the front, and so does your third. So you only get one regular assembly in the whole thing. Okay, let's give this one last try before we say goodbye for today.
Did you say left or right?
Let's start it on the left one more time. Hold on a second. I don't think this is right. No, it's not. Hold on. iTunes is giving me. There it is. Okay. Here we go. Point your toes, toes, toes. Change, change, change. That was almost there, Greg. Right, that was almost there, almost. We'll see this one again tomorrow. We have something to look forward to for tomorrow. Have a wonderful rest of your day.
Yes,
And I
sir.
will
Thank
be
you.
seeing you